You may ask why black psychology and not just psychology? You may ask why the insistence on the African indigenous psychological paradigm, why the insistence on the African-centered lens through which to study African people psychology. Every people has, their center. So we're not just incidental differentiations of humans. The one ingratitude that humanity has been caused to harbor for so long is the denial of the existence of race as a differentiating marker of peculiarities in the cosmic expressional imprint of human life. Nature, in its quote-unquote divine intelligence, presents to the universe a tapestry of different life forms governed by its law of purpose that is defined by different life forms' geno-essential makeups in the procession of life. And another thing is this nature has so intended for the purpose of having each life form calibrated in alignment with harmonies in the cosmos out of which a particular life form emanates, to maintain and preserve, to keep the cosmic order within its intended harmonies, flowing in accord with the spin of the cipher of life's original intent with existence. We are not races as a simple matter of crayons. We are energies and vibrations with different peculiar existential life anchors from whence to convey our lives. All ecologies in their natural states abide by this procession to life. They do. Black African people are sadly the only people whose need to self-preserve as a race, like others have done in how they defined and exacted themselves to life by creating worlds in consonance with their root essences. Our race has sadly been the one this value has been transposed, has been trivialized and reasoned away as socially constructed. There are so many race denialists that race does not have any scientific basis. Race is socially constructed. It does not exist as a natural fact. Then they say this is a socially constructed identitarian politicking with no basis in science. So we are the only people to whom, when in the moment of rise, deracializing appeals to just be human or just be human first are made. The abstraction of our race nature has not only been abortive to us having the existential fullness of our being realized and actualized in accord with our spirit vibrations and cosmic map defining the locus point from whence to develop the intelligence to cultivate, meaning to build culture that will be the embodiment, expression, and manifestation of our root essence that marks our peculiarity as a distinct human life form, and that is what makes us a race. As it does others, we have defined evolution and life progression in terms of our assimilation, into values that they have imposed, on us. We define the fictitious, superficial, elusive racial integration that many, brag about having accomplished. We brag about those things because we have been duped by race denialists who say race is a socially constructed, identitarian politicking phenomenon with no basis in science. So, in this premise, I chose, I decided to write this book, mused by a refreshingly illuminating intervention in my study of the subject, Black psychology, by the warrior ancestor Amos Wilson in an interview with Middleton on a program called For the People under the topic Developmental Psychology of the Black Child. As part of his answer to Middleton's first question, why psychology to the black? Why psychology of the black child? This is what Amos Wilson eloquently lays out to Middleton, and he says, and I quote, "Psychology that is available to black people, that is used to teach black people for a whole host of things we use psychology for in this culture, is really European psychology. It is based upon European experience to try to explain the black psyche in terms of a psychology that is not related to history and experience of black people is really to misuse that psychology and to mislead black people," close quote. So this work is based on a scholarship that does not really take much heed to problematizing systems, but instead is unflinchingly poised at studying the disruptions, distortions in African people's, worldviews that have been caused by how their consciousness have been disoriented by the criminal settler colonialist miseducators who have even in their imposed criminal settlement on our land established institutions that teach lessons that are not relevant to solving black people's problems, especially problems that they themselves, taking from their ancestors, have and are continuing to cause to black people. So if a man can cannot treat you right, how the hell do you expect him to teach you right? And Amos Wilson, in another place, he says, we call irrelevant knowledge higher learning today. So it is against this background that I have decided to write this book that will be available soon. That is now with my publisher. So it is coming soon. It is coming soon. African psychology, and other concepts, including, some of the things that I have alluded to, I have said in passing in this brief presentation, are clearly and dissectively broken down and defined. In the simplicity that won't even give a fool the latitude to continue in their propensity to err. So this book is coming soon, and stay intrigued, stay tuned. This is the ancestral work that I have committed myself to being, instrumentalized, to being vesselized, to convey to the race that I love so much, to the black race, my people. And peace and love to you. Stay tuned. The book is coming soon. Peace.